job on a Saturday morning, going live, man. Philip Schofield job. Gordon the Gopher. Do you remember Gordon, man? Oh, Gordon the Gopher, man. Some boy. Some little fella, he was a gopher, hey, fucking mad crack, man. There was another show there on ITV called Ghost Train, and they had an old mascot and that, an old puppet job called Nobby the Sheep. Nobby, man, some fucking job, boy. Some job. We got nobody in the chat room tonight. I don't be thinking about do it. Not even one person. Well, I don't believe it. I thought maybe I might just come on. We got one person. How are you doing? We got any old chat going on in the live chat? Nothing at the moment. We've got 3 people. That'll do nicely. That'll do. I was watching a little bit of Danny Dyer the other day. Watching some Danny Dyer. Oi, Michael Shipton, Legends back. That's right, mate. Got Dave, Well Martin. How's Gurdy Land? Gurdy Land's all right, isn't it? Not too bad. Oi, tell me, do me a favour. How's these headphones treating you? A couple of little bits and pieces of information, or information as they say in Sweden. I was watching a bit of Danny Dyer the other day, little bit of on Danny Dyer, and this is Football Factories. I played Donny Johnson, or Tommy Johnson, or whatever his name was in Football Factory. This is the real Football Factory. There's no fake blood, there's no stuntmen, it's proper mains oozing out of me. Sean Dennis, hello young Martin. Big up from South London. All right, Brett, Peckham, Lambeth, Lewisham. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Cactus Rider. Thank you very much for the birthday message the other day, mate. Chrissy J, what's up? Pimp, big pimping, exhibit, pimp my rides. You know what I'm saying? MTV. Oh, he always had to have the last word, didn't he, old exhibit? Kevin Murphy, Oisin Buxton. Ever been to the Old Head in Kinsale? I haven't, Oisin, I haven't. But I'd say there's a great view from over yonder. Oh, hey. My friend's mother died at the Blessings of the Graves. It's pretty ironic. God bless her, and I hope her soul is at rest and she's living it up in the Hotel Heaven, California. So how's everyone getting on? Dave, what do you make of the Swedish band Ghost? Set to become a huge mainstream Swedish metal band. I tell you what I think about Ghost. Good question. Ghost is one of these bands, yeah, that they started off all edgy, being like, "Oh, there's a skeleton dressed up as the Pope, man." They're all like fucking scary priests, and then you see their posters everywhere of them being all subversive. It's like, "Oh, Catholic Church, man. Oh, we'll fucking satirize these boys," and then it's like they've basically, in trying to be all edgy, they look like priests. It's like, fair enough. They're all right, man. It's kind of. Apparently your man was a fucking Freemason, and when he went to court with the other lads in the band, they all got fucking jibbed out of the royalties because he lifted up the old trouser leg and gave the wink and fucking didn't the main ghost get all the money. They're all right, man. They're a bit fucking not my cup of tea, to be honest with you. Jado was all right, love. How you doing? All right? How's it going? Yeah, the beard. Check this out, man. This will freak you out. See this? My face looks short. I don't know how long I'm going to grow this. Might just get dreadlocks in it for the crack. Look like Dr. Zoidberg for the bants. You know what I mean? For the bants. Tell me this. Anyone listen to the Hardy book yet? Is there any chapters that you would like me to talk about? Mitch Shipton. Martin, tell us the highlight of your day. The highlight of my day? Fair play to you, Mitch Shipton. Let me see. The highlight of the day. Well, the low light of the day is I had some numbers bod from like it's some fucking, I don't know how to explain it. Basically, over here you have it's like someone from like the government rang, and I got pissed off talking to them, so I decided to talk like a scouser, so they couldn't really understand what I'm saying. I was like, that was the low light, and then other than that, I bought the 9th best burger in the world from a food truck. Fucking expensive, man. 15 quid the cunt cost. And I felt that in the pulmonary artery as it made its way around. Any lush tonight? No, I'm on the tea tonight. Hey, I'm on the Earl Grey. On chapter 2, small town diplomacy, Too True Lad should bring the purge in, bring in the cleansing. I'll tell you something about the Purge movie. I watched it there for the first time about 2 weeks ago, and Ethan Hawke, he was all right in it, and had you on Lena Headey from Game of Thrones in it. And about I'd say 10 minutes into it, I was like, okay, this is going to be what's known as a block movie in the industry. The Chancellor of Germany called me once on the house phone. No lie either. That happened. Berlin Ocelot. The Chancellor of Germany. Tell them I was asking for them. But back to the crack with The Purge. A block movie in production terms is basically, it's when you just film, like Meet the Fockers, for example. It's a film where everything is done on the cheap because they just keep the same location, so they don't need to move catering, they don't have different locations. So that's what The Purge was. The Purge was made for $3.5 million and it grossed $85 million at the box office. So that's why you got a load of different Purge movies. But yeah, it was all right. It was all right. I watched a great film there last night called Out of the Furnace with Christian Bale and Casey Affleck. And Casey Affleck looks a little bit like Paddy Downey, our sound man. Basically, Christian Bale played this guy who, he's a good guy. Russell's working in a steel mill in Pennsylvania in North Braddock, and his younger brother was played by Casey Affleck. And Casey got involved with some bad dudes around the town and ended up fighting. I won't go into it, but William Dafoe's in as Sam Shepard, Christian Bale, Forrest Whitaker, a couple of other hard hitters. Were you in an indie band? Asked Jonah Anderson. I was in a couple of bands, but we never got that far. I'm currently watching a great Australian movie called Baby Teeth 2020. Okay, yeah. Cheers, Rowan. I might check that bad boy out and have a little look. It's great, man. Check it out. Yeah, Baby Teeth's after you. It's a lad who never lost his baby teeth. Shamey Mulgrew, how's the weather there? Wouldn't kick a fox out of a hen house here on the day. It's -11. It's good crack. Dara R. Crackladine. Thinking on moving to northern Sweden soon, hey. Recommend Sweden. Ever been to Afer Krug in Gamlestan? Oh yeah, Afer Krug. That's owned by E-Type. It's the Viking bar, is it? No, I was never in there. But northern Sweden, what are you at over there, Dara-een? What are you at? No, you were in a sketch indie band on RTE. Oh yeah, Slave Baby, they're a cool band. You can check out the videos there on RTE, on YouTube. It could have been a lot better. It should have been another Hardy Books, but it was never taken seriously by Tordoff at the time because he's working for Republic of Telly and they just didn't get the nuances of the crack. But it could happen, yes, Was hilarious. That was good stuff, Jonah. It was good stuff, mate. Have you ever watched the film that Dank was talking about? Which one? What do you be now doing after the Hardy Books? I'm focused on getting the Hardy book published at some stage, but I want to finish it in its audio book and I get an editor to kind of whittle it down. Any good mainstream Swedish beers, or is Tuborg Tipple a green diesel, as we used to call it? They have Gotland's brewery that are pretty good, but like the mainstream stuff is fucking headache inducing, and for some reason it all tastes of metal. You've got Falcon, Maristads, Norland's Gold, Orbro, Spendrups. They're all known as happy birthday on your recent month. That's Rowan. Thanks very much, mate. A little bit older now, a little bit wiser. But Swedish mainstream beers, man, some of them are a bit fucking mank. If a load of YouTubers can get a book published, the name alone will sell. Yeah, man. I haven't spoken to anyone yet. I'm going to write the thing, get it patched up and see what happens. Jack Connaughton, hope you're making a bit of a wedge on the Patreon, pal. The content on the Hardy book has been orgasmic to the ears and makes the car journeys enjoyable. Yeah, thanks very much, Jack. Anyone who wants to join the Hardy Books Patreon channel, please do. As much or as little as you like. Everything helps. And that's like, I do it for, basically I haven't been this excited about man, Jared Dempsey. I tried ringing you earlier on, man. I was doing the podcast, but I would do it tomorrow. If that Rory Stories lads can get a book published, say no more. Ghostwriters in the sky. But I wanted it for, alright there, Graham Russell. How are you, lad? Did yourself and Chris Tordoff have a falling out, my friend? No, not really. I just stopped talking for some reason. I'd say if I met him tomorrow, I'd be like, Martin, how you doing, man? I love the beard. It's huge. Wow, you put on a bit of weight. The darkened shrine. Hey Martin, can you give a shout out to my best girl out there? To the best girl out there, Valerie. Cheers, mate. Won't you come on over, Valerie? How are you doing, Valerie? Met that Rory Stories lad, says Jared Dempsey. Felt like he was a Labrador in human form. He looks a bit like my dad, funny enough, a younger version. Simon Stwange, good evening, Martin. How long you reckon till the book finished? Probably, I'd say maybe September, because it'll be an absolute beast of a book. I want people to get their money's worth out of it. Do I play darts? Now and again, but I always just go for the bullseye. What about Tardaf and Stetside? Dunno, Kevin. I haven't spoken much to Stateside lately because he was getting a bit too spicy. He he sent me a picture. I think this was I think I had to draw the line when he sent a picture of, if anyone goes near my fucking girlfriend, they'll get that. And he sent me a picture of his hard on, and I was like, yeah, mate, I think I might just cut the cable here. Dara R, just want to leave the UK, hey. Stay here any longer. I'll be in Bobo's in the sky, thinking about buying a house on the up north of Stockholm. A4 is pretty decent too, expensive. Hey, come over, man, and we'll fucking hang out. We'll have good crack, Dara. We'll have fucking mighty crack. Cy Ben, is it right? Cy, lad? Yo, Martin, just jumped on, bro. Had to be done. Cactus Riley, you're very welcome, Martin. Sorry, I'm at work and I have to keep lowering the audio. No worries, mate. You got to do what you got to do to make it crished, as it's saying, classer. Stateside is a bit mad, yes. Published the book in a graphic novel form. Deadly brings back to Saturday afternoons in the Forbidden Planet. Good times along the quays. Yeah, graphic novel would be fucking great, man. That'd be brilliant. Or if you know of any animators who want to turn it into something, but I'll get it done first. What are the pints like over there? Usually, I never did hang out in the Irish bars, but lately they're the best crack. And you know, you walk in and it's like bottle of Magners. I'm like, absolutely. Ice. Oh, you bet. Listen to the book so far. It's looking very well. Didn't expect it to be so good. Jason, appreciate that, mate. I was going to say something else. Oh yeah, there was. I'll try and put a link into the chat. There was Mike, my brother-in-law, sent over a link to the Scottish Daily Record about a couple called Cameron Meechan and Danielle McHugh from Glasgow. They were sitting there watching a bit of Netflix, right? And next thing, the fucking door comes off the hinges. And next thing, 10 police come in, throw their dog down the hall, and jump and burst into their bedroom. I nearly went naughty then. So burst into their bedroom and tackled your man. Half of them weren't even wearing masks themselves, and bang them up. Turns out they were watching Hardy Bucks on full blast. Robert Kane, just found his channel, lad. Any upcoming projects from you and the boys? All quiet at the moment, but I've got to ring my brother-in-law Mike and see if we can get another show on the go. Cheers, lad. I echo that sentiment. The book has been really entertaining so far, mate. Look, I do it for people like yourselves, because I know there's some boring fucking car journeys, or just if you're doing a bit of graft and you just need to shorten the day, it'll help out. Any word of Seamus Mortimer? I haven't seen him since Ludo and Tiddlywinks. I haven't seen him for a good while, but he'd be a good podcast guest. Dave, had good pals in Copenhagen and Albury. Danes are pretty sound and love the old Irish music. Added the Swedes rate us. Danes are good crack. I'd say my sister did a DNA test recently, and apparently we have 20% Scandinavian blood. So I'd say I met a lad in Liverpool in 2006, and if you have a little nodge on the back of your skull, it means you've got Danish lineage. So we have a bit of a nodge on the back of the skull. The Danes are good crack. I mean, they're on the same latitude, so I'd say Ireland had a lot of Danes in terms of Vikings or Norwegians. They're sound, man, the Danes. The Swedes have great time for the Irish as well. Trippy Seeds, B is looking mighty, lad. It'd be grand if we could find the fucking Clippers. Occam's Bruce, an Irish sketch show is badly needed. Was a big fan of the Fast Show back in the day. The Fast Show, man, with the deaf stunt man. Throw myself out of the window. Got it. Yeah. If any of you haven't seen it, it's up on YouTube. There's some brilliant things. Chrissy Waddle A fast show was fucking brilliant. There's a jazz club, and yeah, the deaf stuntman, Jade Elwes. Did you like the video? Chris did a bang up job. Oh, I did. Fair play to you, Jade. It was fucking brilliant, man. It was a lovely touch. Thanks very much. What's the crack? Says Johnny No Sullivan. I just thought I'd jump on and do a quick video with y'all for the crack, like, do you know what I mean? A bit of crack. Dara Air, the lockdown will be finished soon and the pubs will open again. Everything will be fucking sound, man. I don't know, man. It's like lending someone a PlayStation and you're like, sorry, can I get that PlayStation back? And they're like, nah, man. Sorry, I need it. Or honestly, Martin, an Irish brass eye would be wild. You know, I asked fucking your man Blind Boy Boat Club a couple of years ago. He didn't get back to me about that. But like, yeah, an Irish man. You know, it would be like an absolute piss take out of. I think that's very possible. I do actually. Brass eye is brilliant. Chris Morris is a funny man, says Landorma. Yeah. Liam's staircase made out of gear. Paul McCartney donated. Blind Boy loves the coin, says Dr. David. Man, I wish Blind Boy would just donate a month's worth of fucking coin to me and I'd be like, cheers for the coin there, Blind Boy, mate. What is it? Paul McCartney, Kozik. Up here, it's just a little dot. But down here, it looks like Dante meets Bosch in a crack lounge. Paul McCartney donated 5 top hats. Fat use. And it just shows like Top Hat getting pissed on. You know what? I've only heard bits of Blind Boy's podcast, but it's very well produced. Fair play to him. Apparently he built a little shedding out the back of his mansion, and he does go in there and talk about arty things, about American culture from the 70s. A.B. Philman Bowman told me a satire news show was too expensive. Panel format is cheap and chips, which is why RTE always goes for them. Yeah, Occam's brute, mate. Panel shows are the most fucking. I mean, in the part 5 of Hardy Books, of the Hardy Book, I talk about the crack with panel shows. Dr. David says, Blind Boy is a devout socialist all the way to the bank. It's what's known as a champagne socialist. Let me see. Cheers, Francis. I like how he apologised for slacking off McGregor. So brave. Yeah, it was like, you wear a bag on your head. If you talk about me like that again, you'll be left in it. Republica Telly was really rough around the edges, but with you lads, it would be an absolute banger of a show, and it would be great. Hey, maybe get Dave McSavage involved. He's doing feck all these days. Yeah, I'd like to get Dave on. Dave's good. He's a good bloke. Dave is a fucking funny bastard, man. He's cut from the same cloth as ourselves. Barry Murphy's a funny dude as well. It'd be. You know what? I really don't know what happened to all the money. Well, I do. The recession happened, and then RT went fucking belly up. Jimmy Bars, the scale monsters. How's Jimmy Bars doing? How's the Schnocktagon treating you up there in Hartlepool? Jimmy Bars. I'm gonna do. 1 second, sorry. I thought you were in the Republic of Telly doing the Donny the Doonesman. I was in a couple of times, like Sean Thornton. How's she cutting Martin? I'm not even gonna repeat that. First knocked up this way, boys. Fiat drivings, the real drivings. Still snowing, is it? Gary Fuckingham from Fuckingham Palace says the Blind Boy podcast or his hot takes theories sound like an undergrad who just discovered pretentious postmodernism. I suppose Russell Brand can be a bit like that as well. SOK, Celtic Tiger, boom posting is definitely worth a following on Facebook. Put a link into the chat. And listen, guys, any of you have any comments, leave them in the comment section so I can get back to them later, because I'm pretty fucking handy. I like to see the old comments come in during the day, like, you know what I mean? Parker says, met McSavage in a pub when I was in college. He came across as a fair prick. Yeah, well, look, I mean, we all have fucking good days and bad days, don't we? Dave, why didn't you do a tour of Ireland in a camper van of John feckin' Creedon? Serious telly. Johnny Creedon by Eric Valentine, in relation to Jill Valentine from Resident Evil. Well, Durkin, loving these streams during lockdown here in Dublin, helping me get off the doob. You want to get on the fucking doob during these crazy times? Well, Eric Keane, get on the Hardy book, mate. Before you go into bed, I've got a playlist here on the channel. Stick that into the lugs, and fucking off you go to Bobo's, man. You might even dream you're in Castletown. Any good topics to talk about with a girl I'm texting? Any advice? All depends on the girl, man. Just chat to her. Do you know what I mean? Find out what she's into. RTE is the complacent, bloated, entitled preserve of the unsackable middle class. They'll never take risks because why should they? Yeah, I mean, there's a fair. Apparently, Graham Linehan was giving out about RT once. He goes, "What are they doing all day, man? It's literally people being paid to sit in a building." Yeah, it's fucking handy if you can get it. Savage Eye was classic. Up the Bull Mick. The Bull Mick. Aaron O'Callaghan, how are you doing? I love horses. Outlaw Barber. Outlaw Barber there is Tyler Schuler. He started his own YouTube channel there. Give him a subscribe there because he's starting a couple of hot takes from out in fucking... He's doing a few hot takes over there in Ohio, like. Or is it Oklahoma? I can't remember. What's the crack, Martin? Coming from a haunted hotel. Oh, Oklahoma, I was right there, buddy. Coming from a haunted hotel in Oklahoma City. It's me and the missus' anniversary. Wanted to say hi and enjoy your evening. Big Ginge. Fair play to you, Tyler. And congratulations to you both. Jimmy Baz. You'd want to be on the dobe horse. I have a fair nod you hash at work here, and you'd fucking want it. Dave, McSavage is meant to be a bit volatile to Johnny Public. Must be that nice black rock education. Ooh, sending it. Jared Dempsey, Jill Valentine was the Rolls Royce of pixelated characters. You got that fucking right. Joe, Four Lions is great. It is. Rubber Thingy Rapids. Bring back the Mitzi Turbo Cup. It's not even a fish. It's a carrot in a bag of water. That was my sister Lisa, by the way, and my niece as well. Sean Eagle Martin, you're welcome to the stream, lad. Dara R. Sure. I say he's an alright fella. Just my single interaction, he seemed pretentious. Oh ho ho hey. Michaeline Kylie, how you doing, lad? Well, you're doing a bit of video. Oh ho ho, handheld job. Simon O'Toole. Dave McSavage's sound in fairness. Jesus, there's a nice gangy in here. Rory McInerney, hey. How are you fucking Rory, lad? Where's Buzz? What to say? Dr. David here. Blind Boy is right. No one has any personal responsibility for anything at all. You'd think there was a market for telling people exactly what they want to hear. Melissa R., how are you doing, love? Hi, Martin, from the Rossinos. Hope you're well. Ah, Melissa. Good old Rossinos, hey. The Rossinos. I'll have to... I was thinking about getting Alex to edit the book when I'm done. Because that man... Oh, he knows the crack. Marking Shorthall, how are you getting on? I was playing in RTE. Oh, Robbie Kane, fair play to you for the super chat, man. The first of the evening. Oh ho ho hey. May you set a precedence for that, hey. But if you want to send PayPals, they're better. And it's at Maloney's Digest, I think it is, on PayPal. But fair play, because Google, the cunts, take 30% of this. That bastards. Marking Shorthall, I was playing in RTE and an engineer said he found loads of super expensive Newman mics, 10 to 15,000 each, for miking the audience for the Late Late Show. Just shows the kind of claw wedge they did to spend. Man, if you get your hands on any of them, I'll fucking send the address on to you and I'll do a bit of fucking miking. Zan Solo, oh here hey, just got off the old Hardy book to the Hardy guy. Zanny Solo knows the crack, hey. Matty O'Hanlon. Did you ever actually live in the cottage, or was it just for the show? I never fucking spent a single night in that place. Well, some cunts have absolutely ruined it now. Shimeen O'Toole. What county in Ireland is the most fond of the sauce? Geez, that's a fucking good one. That's a good one. I actually wouldn't put your answers in there, lads, you know. Paula Hurley. Hey, Martin. Who were all the chicks in the episode where you got high on shrooms? One of them was my sister. One of them was Claire from Galway, Claire Lillis. The other one was Katie Kenny from Galway, Lady Bird. And the other one is... Fuck, what's her name again? Jeez, I haven't thought of her in ages. Come back to me. An American girl. Fucking can't remember her name, man. Would you believe it? Dave, meant to say after your podcast, met young Terry Durkin. We drove to Galway once, Saturday, to try the pizza. Best pizza in Ireland. Oh man, it's scientifically good and full of passion. And nice proteins. Bear Bijum. I think I seen you down in GameStop in Castlebar before Christmas, Hey, buying a few share certificates, were you? I heard you made millions. You fucking know the crack well. What is it? GME jobs, is it? Sobby Hasselhoff. Do you know why Tordov disappeared from the internet last year? I don't think I've had I think the last time I've actually seen him was April 2018. It's the last time I've seen him in real life. It's been nearly 3 years. Eric Valentine. Fair play, Durkin. I'm flat out on the audio book, loving the crack. Hopefully soon you'll be back in Dublin for a night in Fibbers. We get speckled. Shout out to me mate Travers as well. He's a star bar boy. RTE were done when Primetime accused the priest in Africa of being a nonce. Then there were a rake of hidden camera shows. Oh man, I think that episode inspired Naked Camera. Simey O'Toole. Mayo has the most pubs per capita, I think. Man, Swinford used to have, I think it had about 50 pubs at one stage. Now it's down to about 12. Was Father Topaz McNulty a new character or an unseen one from Hardy Books? Yeah, he was a new character, but I mentioned it I mentioned that name at a Hardy Books live show about, I suppose, 9 years ago, and I was like, it always got stuck in my head. I have a whole load of like journals and jotters, and little bookings that had little stories. Like there's one I remember writing in a cafe in Topman in London in 2009, and I wrote how there was a load of lads crammed into a pub. It was called Black Sunday. There's a whole load of lads crammed into a pub uptown, and some pissed lad drove a JCB through the front of the wall. They were all crammed in watching Angela's Ashes on the big screen. But that was good crack now. Audiobook is brilliant, fair play to you. Many's a laugh, fair play to you too. And please spread the word, man. Spread the word. Like Nutella. 12 is still a fair lock of boozers, fair play to you. That's not bad, not bad. Give some love to Gort, County Galway. A few cans on a Tuesday, how bad? Lukeen Collins, I'll tell you the crack, right? There's a great little, in the square, there's a great carvery. We'd often stop into the carvery and have ourselves an old fucking bit of mange. As Danny Doyle would say, lovely bit of mange. Right, now I don't know if any of you have ever seen the X Factor, when there's a guy called Stephen from Sheffield, and this used to be me and the lads, one of our favourite YouTube videos, apart from Iron Sheik, when he's, you asked me, excellent question, Dan Maloney. All my life, never any sportsman or athlete perform in a place the size of Michigan Pontiac Dome. All my life, best achievement, and Brian Blair, you are nothing but a punk and a faggot. You are worse than Michael Jordan, Michael Jackson. You was lucky that the hacksaw come in with the 2x4 and saved you. I was put you in the camel crush, make him humble, and fuck his ass. That was one of the best. Oh, Graham Russell, thanks very much. 2 pump action shotties will be the recipe for me. Thanks very much there, Graham, lad. The other all-time favourite, I always wear a suit, Danny. I always wear a suit. One of the funniest, man. I don't know if you've seen this, but it was Stephen from Sheffield on X Factor in 2005, and it used to be called Crappy White Rapper, and it was like, next up is Stephen from Sheffield. And he's like, I've been protested against for picking signs, and he's like, welcome to the show. It's brilliant to be here. What are you going to sing for us, Stephen? I'm going to sing Stan by Eminem. Eminem is one of my biggest idols, and I'd love to be like him. Right, off you go. And he's like, I've been protested against for picking signs. And anyway, how's your daughter? I got all your posters and your pictures, man. Just to hit me up. This is yours. It's a Stan. 1 out of 4. 1 out of 4. Looks, personality, talent, no. Still got the confidence. 1 out of 4. I mean, Stephen. Just awful, mate. It's just awful. Yep, honest. What do you think? I agree with him. It was awful. Stephen, I don't think that you're very talented at all at performing, and maybe you should stick to something else you like doing. Well, whatever. How do you think you did? So as he's walking out the room, Kate Thornton's doing the rating. It's like, well, that wasn't the last we heard from Stephen, because Stephen had some rhymes of his own. And this is what me and Owen fucking did this for years. It's like, Simon Cowell, he thinks he's it. He's nothing but a soul. Louis Waltz, you're lot Westlife, they're all right, but you're a fucking asshole. Sharon Osbourne's daughter Kelly, she's about as much talent as a piece of shit on my shoe. And then he goes off into the fucking breeze, man. Check it out. I think his name is Stephen Yates. I was so enamored by Stephen from X Factor that I actually tried to get him in to the lookalike competition in the first series of Hardy Books. And I was like, how are you, Stephen? All right, how are you doing? And I was like, listen, man, we really want you to come in as Eminem on the show. And he's like, all right, yeah. And I was like, fuck, how much should I give him, man? Like $2,000. And I realised he probably would have done it for like 20 quid. But I just thought he was a real celebrity at that stage. John O'Sullivan. There's plenty of clips of the Hardy Books on TikTok getting thousands of views and shares. There seems to be another generation of young lads mad into the bookings. Yeah, you know, there was another thing on Instagram where someone, it's like they've got like fucking 150,000 and apparently they were like, this show needs to come back. I think we just need to get a petition just to show how many people are out there that want the Hardy Books to come back, so we can go to RTE. Look, this shit's for real, biatch. And then just make it, man. Because at this stage, I haven't written a Hardy Book script for 4.5 years. And there is that much fucking stuff and life experience since that I reckon I will write an absolute beast of a Series 5 that will just blow anything else that is around now out of my fucking water. Alright? I'll do this. I might just sit down this week. I keep saying it, but I'm just going to sit down, write a treatment for 6 parts. And look, listen, if you want to be part of this, yeah? If you want to be part of this, write down some ideas and stick them in the comments section of this video, and I'll explore that, and it'll give me a bit of food for thought. If you want it back, fuck it, man. I'll sit down. I have ideas myself, but you know, any inspiration is good. Right. There's 72 of you in the chat now. Yeah. If each one of you give this a thumbs up, shit, man, that's a good few plums up. So Dr. David, There's some really great prose in the fifth installment. Moments of real poignancy and archaic humour. Flann O'Brien meets John McGahern. Impressively well crafted. The graveyard scene in particular. David, mate, I really do appreciate that. The graveyard scene when I was writing that, man, I was fucking laughing to myself because it's the kind of shit that would happen. What was it like? The sound of slip-on shoes scratching against grave tops, decorated with crystal pebble dash. Jimmy Barr's break his back, make him humble with the cobra clutch, camel clutch. Eric Valentine, Ludo and Tiddlywinks, as Stephen French would say. They're not going to come after me with Ludo and Tiddlywinks. 34 and 45 pump action shotguns are the recipes for me. Do you get me? Sheik was gonna, Landormer says, Sheik was gonna give Spenny a good bumming. Shaunene's in the mix. Oh, you Shauneen. Sheik is one madman on Twitter. You need it, man. Lukin Collins. Trust me, O'Grady's is the buzz by. Lovely chicken, lovely turkey, everything you want. Any dinner going for your next time you're here, bud. Oh yeah, O'Grady's, that's the name of it, man. Solid, man. It's fucking solid. Oh, Mikey Reinhardt, man. Fair fucking play to you. Thank you very much, sir. 40 beans from Mikey Reinhardt. The man is an absolute prince. Thank you. Really do appreciate that. Fionn Dalton. Did you say Stateside was on X Factor before? Stateside was on X Factor, and it used to be called X Factor for Miller, and it's gone. And it's another one of those beautiful, beautiful videos where I can't find it, and then it was like X Factor for Stateside. I watched it that many times that I can give you a lowdown of what happened. So it's like, next up is Tom from Ireland, and it's like, I want to be the next Ozzy Osbourne. And the way he looked, like he didn't have any beard at the time. It was just like no mustache, like kind of what are the name of those lads from Pennsylvania? An Amish beard. He had an Amish style beard. The hair, like long hair, but kind of swept back, and these big New Rock boots. And he goes in and he goes, I think I could be the next big metal singer. And he goes, take me to the place I love. Take me all the way. And then it's like, sorry, I don't think you're... And he's like, I think that was absolutely outrageous, or something. Donald Cotter, all right, Donald, lad. I heard Westlake are coming back. Have we not suffered enough? Are they going to do one of those... I was talking to my mate Joseph today about... he was like, yeah, have you seen people are doing these live concerts? I tried watching one once and I was like, this is bullshit. I turned it off. I mean, like, the whole point of going to a concert is the crack before, during and after with your mates and pints. So you're just watching someone doing music live. You're like, yeah, I can watch this later on YouTube. Makes fuck all difference. It's not like they're going to be reading the comments as they go along, right? Sean Anderson. Would you ever do commentaries over videos like you used to as Eddie Durkin? Yeah, I would do, actually. I was thinking I found a video the other day from Nigeria. It was just left up. It was like a DVD called Night of Horror 2. And I was like, this is going on to... You know what? Maybe I could just upload it and do a commentary on it. And I think I will do. You know what I mean? I think commentaries is something, you know, you can just fucking rattle off some fucking stuff, mate. You know what I mean? Johnny O'Sullivan, Addy Books need more of the jelly, baby. I put a hex on this place. Donald Cotter, I've been saying for years, man, we need more books. Absolutely. We need to get the Viper back into the mix as well. Francis, RTE done fuck all decent since the books went off. Yeah, it's all Luke O'Neill now, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like the celebrity fucking virologist who turns his comments off on Twitter when anyone fucking takes him to task. Oisin Campbell, a man Oisin. Jesus Martin, it has been a while. I've missed a few streams. What's the crack these days? Oh, fucking stick in and listen up and you'll find out the crack, hey. We're doing well, man. We got 70 people in the group. I like it. Come on, give us a few more thumbs up there, lads. If you can get it to 100, the algorithms will get me 73 subs. Don't know where that was going. Add the lad. All right, add the lad, mate. A petition would be fantastic. I really miss the boys. Right. Again, put it in the comment section where we can start a petition, and we'll get this petition. Everyone, put it up there. We need a new Hardy Books series. I mean, let's say if we get 100,000 or more, make it go viral around the internet. We get it. And we say to RT, look, you want to make a bit of fucking claw wedge, do you? Do you want to make a few bob, do you? Hey, put this out now. It'd be fucking brilliant crack. Imagine if like the lads are a bit older and they've got kids now, and it's, you know, like, instead of it being like on the piss all the time, it's like, yeah, there's a bit of that, but just they're in a world where they're going to like parent-teacher meetings and all this kind of stuff, and there's so much more you can do. There's so much more you can do. I mean, I'll tell you a story. My son, right, the other day, man, like the shit that happens to me in real life, it's so sitcom worthy. So I went to the shop with the young buck the other day. He came in, pissed himself on the step, literally on the way in, and I said to him, you could have just had a piss outside. Obviously the cold got to him. So then I put him in the bath, and he shits in the bath. And then I found myself having to take logs out of the bath bare-handed and nearly threw up. Yeah, so that's the kind of stuff that happens. God bless him. I love him to bits. And the things you do as a parent, man, it's sometimes you think, oh man, I deserve a medal for this, and then you realise that they're your own kids. But it's a great, I think, for any shite that I cause my own parents, it's fucking payback time, man. But it's worth it, man. So you should all start having kids. Don't believe that old bullshit. There's too many of us on the planet. It's massive, man. It's massive. It's grand. Have more kids. They're great crack. Luke Collins, get it done, mate. Hardy Books shit posting on Facebook is thousands of lads need it, mate. It has to be done, and I'm well behind you on that. Do a GoFundMe like Super Troopers did, and just make it how you want, not with the influence of the bootlickers and RTE. Do you know what the thing is? It's just, you know, if Owen was to share that, yeah, you'd probably get good traction on it. But for me, I've only got like 13,000 on Facebook, and I don't use Facebook anymore. I've got like 3.3 thousand here on YouTube, and yeah, that's about it really. And Twitter, but like fucking Twitter's full of bellends, and not my followers, like, you know, but just generally Twitter's a fucking cesspit. It just annoys me, man. Twitter's basically gaslighting people, and it's like it's giving people mental. It's just people are being abused mentally every time they lock onto that. Amy, how are you, Amy? Hello to you too. Dave, Double Dave. Maloney's Digest. Will there be auditions for new series? Yeah, why not, man? Why not? Change.org says Sean. I love it, man. Change.org. It's like, bring back a new series of Hardy Books. Do you know what? I think that'd be fucking hilarious, Sean, mate. We need to get on it. Bring back the petition. Absolutely, mate. That is change.org. Let's make it happen tonight. If one of you guys wants to do it, change.org. We need, let's say, 300,000 signatures. Melissa, I'll tell Alex. I think he has a few ideas. Oh, man. Yeah, absolutely. He's a good lad. The Pride of Maryland, hey. Shawnee and Thornton. RTE will try their best to make Series 5 woke as fuck. No, they won't. That's not going to happen. People want to see real life, close to the knuckle, funny shit, man. I mean, I actually was. I read today. Glenn Greenwald said that fucking what's his name? Emmanuel Macron has now slated America, saying that it's woke politics are a danger to the rest of the world, and it's like, yeah, pretty much. Thumbs be up, says PHS 44. Fair play to PHS. John O'Sullivan, let's get it done, hey. Word. Listen, mate, back to YouTube. Good lad, Luke Collins. The shorts were key. Yeah, you see, the thing is, Luke, when everyone's done it professionally and you have like directors who are assigned to do things, you have location managers, you have lads batching and editing the rushes and you know, logging them. You have a first AD to corral people. You have a second AD who takes care of casting. You know, once you kind of had a budget for that, catering, and then you're doing things on YouTube again. I know the other lads, you're like, I'm up for it, like, but some of the other lads, I think it's too much hassle for them. Simon O'Toole, Crom should appear in the new series, The Sky God. Don't mind RT, lads. Let's get Netflix or whoever to get it done. Yeah, you see, I think Netflix just want it. They just buy it then, do you know what I mean? I think you go off and do it. Like, yeah, you know what? We probably could make it independently and sell it to Netflix. You could do it that way as well. Tips on how to grow a savage ginger beer, said Add the Lad. Just don't shave, man, and give it the odd clip when she gets a bit unkempt. The beard is looking wild majestic these days, says Oisin Campbell. Eddie Greenheart, you're welcome to the show, lad. Maloney, how's your wavin, lad? Long, loose, and full of juice, hey? Dollars or pounds? I remember reading about a lad back in the very early days when Hardy Books was on YouTube. We had the Hardy Books Facebook page. Some fucking little legend said that he was at the dinner table at his mum's house and he just couldn't stop saying dollars or pounds. And the mother said if he said it again, he had to leave the room and eat his dinner in the living room. Viper gets rich moving ounces from Sligo to Liverpool, but with disastrous consequences. Scorpio has beaten him to it. Maybe Stephen French gets involved. He's trying to muscle in on my turf. I'd love to get Danny Dyer in the Hardy Books as well, man. He made a very, very, very brief cameo. If you watch the very last bit of episode 3 in series 1, Danny Dyer is beside me in Eden, the nightclub. So if someone can get a good still of that, that'd be fucking nice. It'd be class now if Netflix would pick up the Hardy Books. They'd let you say whatever you want on the show and you'd be able to do a new series as often as you wanted. Yeah, that would be nice, man. I mean, even if it did a co-pro between Netflix and RTE, I'm not sure. I mean, it's good for RTE's optics. Normal people! John Anderson, if you can get the season, can find it on those pirate sites. Don't know about that. I didn't get that bit of crack there now. Dr. Davis, does Statside mind you slagging him? He doesn't seem to notice. Nah, he's all right, man. He doesn't care. Ring him and let him have another chance at his rock career. We leave him off for tonight. Landorma. I'm not even going to read that. Gigs don't work without the crack. You're dead right, Jimmy. You're dead right, mate. The crack we had in London that night was off the fucking Richter scale. See you at the party, Richter. Do right, kill everything. What's the crack with Stetzoid's missus out east? Was some dodge crack on his Facebook a couple of months back, hey? Yeah, hey. That's a whole fucking... Apparently she wanted 200 quid off him to buy a fridge. And she's a lawyer, but she also has a restaurant. And I've got half that restaurant. And I said to him, hey, stateside man, that's a fridge too far. Thanks for all the replies, man. Means a lot to hear back. No worries, man. That's what I'm here for, to talk to you guys, you know, and fucking have the crack. Especially on a fucking stormy Tuesday night. I mean, look at it like this. A man with a mobile phone talking to you is more crack than anything, for you guys personally, is better than anything that is on TV at the moment. So that means a lot to me. Do you know what I mean? What are you going to do? Watch reruns? What was that fucking shite with Rebel Wilson a couple of years ago on RTE? It was fucking wank. What was it called? Some shite, man. Fucking piss. You know what I mean? If anyone, put it in the chat. Rebel Wilson's after you. Hello, man. How you doing? Says Joel Doherty. How are you, Joel? Good to see you. KM, how's the crack? Not too bad, mate. Joel Doherty, that'll be class. Change the org for petition. Hey, Sean, please, if you've got time, get on it, man. Where did the phrase Bobo sleep originate from? That was my mother, who she's right after Bobo's note. So my mother was the one who originated that, and I don't know where she got it from. Eric Cartman. Hey up kidder, hey up kidder. Love from Mankland. Fair play to Manchester. Tell you one thing, fucking Man City and Man U above Liverpool at the moment, and bloody City winning 4-1. Fuck my pink ass. Poor old Klopp not going to be too happy about that. I don't know what the hell's going on with Liverpool at the moment, but it seems to be a real pattern of Liverpool being first place. I think maybe it's the fact that there's no one in the stadiums that's ruining the crack. Like, I think that's the crack. Buzz applies for a mortgage on his own cottage. Sabi Hasselhoff. How about the books are at the blessings of the graves and some old bitch that Buzz is riding has. Oh man, blessing of the grave, hey. What's the boo at? No. Don't mention what I'm at, Martin. Please don't mention it. Work. So I can't mention it because it's like he's very cryptic these days. But if you only knew, oh ho ho hey, oh ho ho hey. Marking Shorthall, I'll stick the stream on the telly as well, so it's another view. Oh, has to be fucking double viewing, man. I like your style. Put up the fucking views. Sounds like a fun time with the kid, alright. Oh yeah, never a dull moment, mate. There'll be no Malthusian catastrophe. Bang away and have as many kids as you like. Fucking damn right, Shawneen. That's why you were given a tackle and ovaries. Michael Kiley, have you seen Young Offenders? I think the movie is great, but the series isn't as good. Pales in comparison to Hardy Books. Those boys made good fucking money. Peter Foot, the writer and director of that, was the guy who did Donny the Doonsman with me a couple of years ago. Myself and Mike had the Donny the Doonsman script into production, and we were hoping to get Paulie Walnuts from Sopranos in it. The film board refused it a couple of years back, and it came at a time where I was like, yeah, the film. I was fucking broke before Christmas. I mean, this is the life of an actor, man. If you're not getting the big roles like fucking McConaughey and the boys, you know, you're basically as good as your last job. And a couple of years ago, I was like praying that was going to come in for development money from RTE or from Film Board, and they were like, no, sorry. There's a couple of things I put in for pitches. You need a good producer who knows how to fucking spin the chat. But yeah, I might actually go back and have a look at that script because it was shit. I was gone there, was I? I was gone. Fuck it anyway. What can you do? Sorry about that. Lost a few along the way there, so we did. Lost a few. Note to self: don't turn off the phone during that. You know what I mean? Don't turn off the phone. We're back at 51. I like it. What time are we on now? I've no clock. What's 10? I wonder what happens in the live stream if I go off. What's the fucking story there, hey? I'll have to wrap it up soon though, because I'm up at fucking 7. Kids to school job. Do you know what I mean? Oh ho ho hey. Oh ho ho hey. Has to be done. But yeah, so basically, what I have is a thing called YouTube Studio, and it alerts me anytime someone puts up a comment on YouTube, and it's not like I'm not up at the stage where there's too many where I'm just like, oh, I have to turn this fucking thing off. So like, I'll get little notifications through the day when people comment, and I usually do get back to them as well. So yeah, if any of you haven't subscribed yet, which I think all of you have, do give a subscribe, because it's I'm enjoying the YouTube crack. It's very, very difficult to get the numbers out there. So I think what's happening is smaller channels like myself are just getting overshadowed by the big boys. But it really does mean a lot to me that, you know, there's a lot of different things you could be watching, and you're watching this lad with the big ginger beard. Oh ho ho hey, Sheamus the wrestler job. Nice to get Sheamus the wrestler on the podcast, hey. I've got to get that Paddy Pimblett podcast done again. I might just ring him up again and say, look, Paddy, mate, do you mind we do that again? I don't mind, we can cut the other one up. But we fucking know each other better now, do you know what I mean? He's going to go into the UFC soon, fair play to him. There's help in a way. So where are these comments? I can't see any comments. Oh, here we go, we're back. We're back. You still smoking bud? Me? Not at all. Hire me. I'll cook and cast for free. Oh, good. We're here. We're here. Grand. Just wondering where you all went. Well, here in America, you have a huge fan base. Whit H, where's that lad? Whereabouts? I'll keep spreading the word because the Americans could do with a nice touch, something to cheer them up. Brendan Smith, would you ever move home, Martin? I do miss it, but you know, fucking hell, at the moment, man, it's just RTE absolutely pounding people's brains with fear mongering of the highest order. You know, when you see people walking, there's something I've noticed right over here is where you get lads who they're walking around on the street with a mask on, and then they come into a pub and take the mask off, and then put the mask on as they're leaving. It's like, what the? These people can't be trusted in a crisis situation, man. Do you know what I mean? Eddie's dad comes back. Turns out he's a chartered accountant. I could get well behind that, Dr. David. Can't catch him, he's the gingerbread man. Or should I say, can't catch him, he's the gingerbread man. Dara R. Should look at Twitch streaming. As much as I hate to say it, it's good for exposure. Yeah, Twitch, maybe I should do a bit more of that as well. But how do I alert or use over to the crack? And that's like, there's a thing called Restream, which you can use, but there's a lot of technical bollocks a man's got to wade through. But like Twitch, when I seen that the head of Twitch is some sort of pervert who identifies as a deer and has deergasms, I'm like, mate, I don't want to fucking have anything to do with that. That's a bad jam right there. It's funny, like nowadays, you get punished for being conventional and get vaulted for just being fucking weird, man. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I grew up in two hard places, Merseyside and Mayo and Swinford. Do you know what I mean? I'm talking two places where you had to be a tough nut. And then when I see the amount of free passes some of these fuckers are getting nowadays, it's like, mate, I think piss taking needs to come back in a big way. Not too fucking mean though. Why do your AirPods have wires? They're handy, man. The AirPods are a pain in the hole because sometimes they go off and they have a mind of their own. Every time I touch them, they're fucking stopping and starting. Top beanie hair. Got that down in fucking Krakow. She wasn't expensive, but she keeps the fucking can warm. How about Buzz has a near-death experience and wants to see the Pope for forgiveness? Please, any of these ideas, man, stick them in the comment section, and I'll fucking like that in itself. That's the bones of an episode. With H. Hilarity would follow. Absolutely. Shout out Rathgar. Oh, used to fucking live there back in the olden days, man. Highfield Road job. Nice apartment complex with a sister and her boyfriend at the time, who's now her husband. Whatever happened to Paulie Walnuts? Afterwards, I don't know. You got nothing coming to you. Sick shit, that's what this is. Blue voodoo black magic. Fucking queers. That was one of the funniest bits of Sopranos where they're having if you watch that bit from series 2 in the seance, when Paulie Walnuts is in that seance session, you watch your man who's the medium, you can see in his face that he's trying to hold it together because he knows what's coming. And I think that guy, man, that medium, he really deserves a lot more credit for breaking a shite laughing during that bit. Buzz becomes a knob model after the Sheck shop worker spots that old tackle in the film and has a range of designer sex toys made after him. Oh ho ho hey. Oh ho ho. Right, Marty, we're going to listen to a few Dubliners tunes, lad, and have a nice livey. Oh ho. Bit of Raglan Road just to start off. What was the story behind the scene from the construction site in the webisode with you wearing slip-on loafers? Well, I just thought, it's like any of the sites was like, no hat, no boot, no job. And I just thought it's hilarious that he just wore a pair of slip-on shoes.
And I'll tell you something more about those slip-on shoes. There was a thing we did with the Munster Rugby Club back in 2009, and I had to take a tackle from Jerry Flannery, but I sidestepped him 3 times while he was doing the tackle, while wearing the slip-on shoes. And your man Dara Whelan, the producer, was like, "Look, Martin, look, the whole joke is you get a tackle from Jerry Flannery." And Jerry Flannery's just a fucking unit, man. I was like, oh God, all right. So I tensed up. Oh man, it knocked the wind from me, and I felt like I could feel the pain in my collarbone. It's funny because I was talking to Fla the day before we went down there, and I was talking about Tommy Boo. And Tommy Boo, for a man of his size, man, he's incredibly strong. And even in school, it was like, well, Tommy Gagalan, man, he's so strong. Like his headlock, you just can't get out of his headlock. It's like a vice grip. Apparently, he lifted so many weights that it stunted his growth, man. His mind is made of headlocks. But so I was telling Jerry Flannery about him. And when Jerry Flannery turned up, he was like, "What's the story with the Boo, like? The way you were talking, I thought he was going to be some absolute unit." And then there was Mushy, the rugby player, bench pressed him. And but yeah, they were dancing shoes, Darren Noon. Fucking got, hey, spinning the toes. Who owns the cottage, Martin? I think it's Chris. It's in Chris's family name at the moment. Series fine. Shane Michael, we're going to make a change.org petition to get the Hardy books back. Then we're going to go into RTE and go, look, lads, this is it. The hard word was another one, man. Like, fuck your fucking panel show shit, man. That was going to be an Eric Andre style mad show. Jimmy Bars, Twitch is for gamers. YouTube works way better for the crack. Yeah, I like YouTube, man. I know what's going on YouTube. When was the last time you were in contact with the Swinford lads? Fair play. Myself and Frenchie had a good old chat the other day. We had a nice hour catch up. It was the first time I spoke to him in months. Haven't spoken to Colgan for months. Salmon and the boys. Immer Sim, you're welcome, lad. You're welcome. That Twitch head case was only a moderator. As far as I know, he's no longer a mod. Fuck, thank God, man. Imagine that cunt moderating your videos. Trigger alert every fucking 2 seconds. Daranoon, cottage gone to shit. Me and the lads drove past it last day. Roof has fallen down, and the walls have been spray painted, ruined with dampness too. Yeah, that's sad, man. Because when you look at it in series 2, we'd really really made it look nice and cozy. Cunts could have lived there. That'll have to be fixed up. I'm sure some contractor can get the job. That's a shame when the wrong kind of mould gets in, that's it. I think it got trashed by little wankers, and then I think there was probably some sort of a pipe must have burst over the winter or something. The Viper tries his hand at undertaking funerals. That could be a good touch. Sonny who? Oh no, yeah, Sonny who? Charles Pagano. Hey, who have you been talking to? You really want me to say in front of all these people? Yeah, the cottage was a nice house, Dara, you're right. He wants to know, does it still itch? Wait, he's laughing. There's another one. Oh, lad, you all know the crack with Paulie Walnuts and the medium. The Boo tries to become the TD of Mayo. Oh, Fionn Dalton, mate. What a lovely touch. This is what I'm talking about, man. Please leave that in the comment section, because I'll have to go through this. But, man, if you've got some ideas for episodes, I will sit down and I will write it. It has to be done. Dr. David, Eddie and Buzz start a true crime podcast, but have to start inventing bizarre rural crimes to get listeners. Nice. I like it. Dara R. I'm away to Bobo's. Good night, laddies. Good night, Dara. Hey, and fucking go to Stockholm, man. Take it for nice fucking pints of Clonmel champagne. We'll hit the gym, do a bit of heavy bag work. Markin Shortle, how did all of you lads get on that building site to film? Did you all have a safe pass? One of the lads arranged it. You're doing a bit of videoing. Landormer, you don't do that, Salmon. And the next time you do that, you'll be out of the job. Salmon looked like he was holding back the laughs. Yeah, it came unexpected, that did. Donald Cotter, the book search for Pat Kenny to be on the podcast. Pat Kenny, well, lads, what? Yeah, man, I'd love to get Pat Kenny on there. you know, just have him doing mad shit. Like he's just stopping through town for a bit of a munch. He's coming from like a scenic tour of Westport, and he just stops off in for a bit of fucking vegetable soup or something. I heard Pat Kenny's down the town, man. Tap him up for a few fucking quid. Jonah Anderson's, ye guys were like the good fellas back in the day. Oh ho ho hey, we'd rise again. Michael Kiley, should start a GoFundMe. We'd all get the cottage fixed up. Could do. Fucking could do. Buy small, say a big job, hey. You got that one right. Tony O'Connor, Big Mick will sort the cottage out in half a day. Sure, Cowboy will do a bit of fucking slabbing, man. It'd be grand. Gavin Sheehan, any chance of another series? We're working on it, Gavin. Michael Kiley, saw a load of lads smashing up the place on TikTok and spray painting it. Yeah, put a link in the comment section there. We'll get them cunts prosecuted. Little wankers. Put my big toe up their hole if I ever get a hold of them. I watched the first series of Narcos. It was good stuff, Anthony. It was good stuff. Shout out to Clonmel, good clan of Ryans out there. Oh, they fucking took down Cromwell's army back in the CJ. Lick out, beast. You're very welcome. Did you see Ayatollah said the COVID vaccine turns you homosexual? Jesus. Don't be thinking about. Eddie and Buzz become bail bondsmen, but just end up getting caught up in petty crimes yourselves. That's a good touch. RK, the lads rob a digger off a building site to dig an ATM out of a petrol station. Fucking times are hard, boys. Fucking got that one right, boo. I remember in Trailer Park Boys in the second series when they went to rob a load of shit for Ricky's wedding. And I remember when I was about like 22 when I seen it, and I remember finding it hilarious that they were robbing all this stuff with like tights over their head, but then you see the camera crew filming them. Buzz becomes a male PR prostitute. Have you seen that ex-mafia boss Michael Francis on YouTube? No, link me that lad and I'll watch it. Lick out beast. Let me see. Savage Kraken, letter frack. You don't talk, you just drink bread and water. Have Buzz get a job working with a Samaritan's hotline only to have him playing PlayStation whenever someone called. Oliver Noonan, get the sequel of Stateside torturing Brian Kennedy back on the rodeo. Maybe we could have Brian Kennedy and Stateside and have going out with each other, man. That'd be an interesting one. Oh, me and Brian, we're not gay, man. We're just good mates. Ah, yeah, we're grand. He's good. He's great company. Ronan Cullen, episode where the cottage gets seized by Nama or Northern Irish mercenaries. All the boys barricade themselves inside with a few hurls and get Uncle Mick's shotgun. They go out guns blazing. Ned Kelly style. Man, that's a fucking brilliant one. That is a brilliant one, man. The cottage. Fucking KBC are after you. Don't fucking come near me, the cunts. They'll get a cudgel to the brain. Yeah, they're just in the cottage with pickaxe handles, ready to go doing some sledging. Stateside and Luke O'Neill fight over the same woman. Oh, that's fucking genius, man. That's genius. Dara Noon, here on the job with two women on Snapchat. You know the podcasts are good when you're watching the podcast as you're waiting for a few schnapps. Had to be done, lad. Had to be done. Gavin Sheehan, I've watched every series about 6 or 7 times. Can't get enough of it. Hey, that's fucking good stuff, to be fair. Like, it's good stuff. And I've also got the webisodes up on here as well. Man, that's flying it. Like some of the episodes, it's but I don't get any fucking royalties from it because there's a load of unlicensed music. The lads in Clonmel defeated Cromwell by giving him non-stop hand jobs. Lick Out Beast was on the sesh with us, Mert. He's the other book in the topless photo we did. Good crack, man. What was it? The Queen. What was it called in Islington? The Queen's Head. It's good fucking crack that was. Sobby Hasselhoff. If you had to be with two people with a combined age of 30, what 2 ages would you pick? Oh, that's a solid one, man. Probably a fucking... Ooh. probably a 4-year-old and a 26-year-old, because at least the 4-year-old then they're good. They're a bit of crack at that age. And you just throw an iPad at them, like, here, play some iPad, good lad. And you go pinting with the 26-year-old. Darren Noon. Me and the lads boarded up the door before we left. But what difference does it make when the place will get broken into no matter what? Yeah, I mean, that place is kind of like a bit of a hotspot for crime anyway, because it's so secluded and there's no neighbours around it. It's a shame, man. It really is. Sweet beard, Chuck Norris. Man Nern Dog, how are you getting on? Good to see you, lad. Jim Leahy was one of the best characters on television ever. Yeah, and a fucking sound skin, man. I had the pleasure of having a good few drinks with him in the Olympia there back in 2010. Brian says, Boo tries to make money on shorting Shell and tries to wreck the Corrib gas pipeline. We'll go down, do a job on it, hey. The bamhole's flapping a bit, says Graham Wassel. Dr. David, Richie Blackmore visits, shite music ensues. Oh, mate, imagine getting Richie Blackmore in fucking Hardy books. Cormac, no Maloney, just been rewatching the books. For all us lads abroad, it's great for the old homesickness. Yeah, I always think, because I've been homesick, still am homesick, and I think, you know what, it's a great little touch. As I've probably said before, I used to have a Hardy book or a Father Ted Christmas episode and like a couple of other episodes on VHS. I used to watch them constantly back in 04 to 05. Francis, books pretend that Salmon gets killed, so they all pretend he's their brother to claim some sort of insurance money. Bit of a Ned Devine job. Tommy Miller, Bitcoin millionaire. Oh, some lad gave me a load of these fucking Bitcoins after a pool game. He gave me 9 of them. And they're on a fucking, he gave me some pen drive. I don't even know, have a fucking laptop, man. Oh, come here, stateside, man. Fucking, did you get the code to those lads, did you? I'll trade it for you for an old fucking Volkswagen Golf. Donald Cotter, how did you get away with the music for the YouTube shorts? I've always been confused how that works. Yeah, I don't know. I think I think the way that they were put in was kind of like ambient background music, and there's so many of them in the one lot that it wasn't isolated. But they took down my stateside part 2 because I used Primal Scream, Slip Inside. So I'll have to see if that's still up. The bastards took down my political ADHD video, which took me like a month to. It took me a fucking month to cut that, but 4 years ago. The webisodes on your channel are great, all in one place and in HD. Oh, you're right there. I'll crack the whip. If I can crack the whip, I'll crack a few skulls, says Gavin Sheehan. Greta Thunberg and Shamina Begum. If Tordoff won't return for Series 5, have Stateside kill off his doppelganger and become the drug kingpin of Mayo. Cactus Rider, I sent the YouTube links for Michael Franzese and Sammy the Bull. Fair play, I'll check that out now, mate. Peter Hamrock, good to see you, Peter. How are all we shams listening to Warren G regulate here as well as yourself? Just hit the east side on the LBC, on the mission trying to find Mr. Warren G. See a car full of skirts and a need to tweak. What? My foot went up. Oh, you skirts, so what's up with it? 213. So a hooks a left. 2-1 and Lewis. Some brothers shooting dice, so I said, let's do this. I jumped out my ride. So what's up? Some brothers pulling cats, so I said, I'm stuck. Go on, boys. 5 more thumbs up and it hits the 100 mark. You know what? I'll crank him up, man. Let's overdo it. We get these bad boys over 100. Tuberquack Junior B, you're welcome to the party. Cyberdyne Industries are after you. Fucking Miles Dyson job. Yourself and David McSavage should collaborate, Martin. Yeah, we should do. Oh, 99 thumbs up. Give us another hit the G, yeah. Go on, let's hit the pony. One more there, lads. One more. We'll hit the pony. Another thumbs up. Get out of the chat and into the fucking thumbs up department. We can do it. One more thumbs up. One more thing. Fucking YouTube's throttling us, boys. Hey, 104. Fair fucks to you all. Fair play to you. Is it true that Scorpio went to jail for a while? No, this is this info. Dr. David, in an uncharacteristically poignant episode, Buzz runs over a lollipop lady. Bad old Doons, hey, bad old Doons. Ross O'Lelia, Colm Meaney turning up in the Books episode, be unreal. you know what? I was in a film with him a couple of years ago, and it's funny. The film was a bit of a vanity project. Oh, we got a super chat here. Who was that now? Who was that? Cactus Rider. Thanks very much, mate. Thanks again for the great crack. Cheers, hey. Hey, you're very welcome, CR Ewing. Yeah, but I was in a film with Colomini a couple of years ago, and it was an American lad, Soundskin, called Sean Mahan from Cleveland, and it's called The Yank. You can probably check it out. It's probably somewhere. And I had two roles. I had two scenes in it, and funny enough, Lynette Callahan, who was in it, is now going out with my mate Mark Mulholland. So that's fucking sound. Such two good session heads. She's from Dalkey, he's from Skerries. You work out the math. But yeah, Colomini, I was chatting to him, and anytime I've met Colomini a couple of times, and I always say to him, fuck, Colin, man, you know, Jerry Lynch from Intermission, that's one of the best characters of all time. I was in a couple of more fucking films than that, you know what I mean? I was in Star Trek, I was in Con Air, I was in The Snapper, I was in Alan Partridge, I was in loads of stuff, and that's what you keep saying. I'm like, yeah, man, but it's like, I don't know, go Maverick, man. That's too hard. Softer. I don't know, man. Do your own thing. Call it hard as nails cunts or something. Good old crack. Yeah, I actually, funny you say about Colomini. I had a photograph come up on the, you know, the way like the iPhone says memories of like here and whatnot. There was a picture of me and Tom Cruise, another one of me and Cammy, the footballer, and then there's another one of me and Colin Meaney from a few years ago. A few other ringers in the mix. Eddie moves to Sweden and encounters Martin. They're 69 while the credits roll silently. Here, Kangaff. Here, Gavi. Here, Gavi. Dead Hedgehogs, hey. Subscribe to those boys. It's fucking Gavigan and the boys. Donnybrook Mind Games. Just sign the old petition, hey. She's up already, is it? I'll put the petition in the put the link in the chat group, mate, and we'll get signing that bad boy. In case here, Gavigan and the boys. In case you haven't seen it yet, we're starting a petition to get Hardy Books going again, and we'll fucking make it spread like wildfire, boys. Oh, I fucking tell you, I fucking sign up petition, no way. I would have fucking went behind that so well. Thomas Ferguson. I needed just this. Martin feckin' Maloney, after a long day of recording monologues. Cheers to the crack, hey. Machine Ferguson, you're very welcome. Jared Dempsey, we'll throw it in the comments after too. Good lad. Hey, look, lads. Twisted Hippie, you're welcome. Fucking lob the comment, fill the comment section with fucking chat as well after the video's done. Paulie 520, have the lads raided a direct provision centre only to find Tupac in there. It's been stuck in the system for years. Schlaps. Can gaff Lynette's grave. Peter Hamrock at Jimmy, I'll trade in the speedboat for a currick powered by two bell mullet men. Eddie Fitzgerald just snorted a few lines of creatine. Oh, lads, what time is it there? I don't want to fucking. No, I can't. Eddie Fitzgerald, can anyone send me a few speckled mitsies? I'm going to a rave out in the desert. Has to be fucking done, man. Rave on job. Owen O'Kane, how you doing, lad? Any crack? Fleck the crackhead. Well known that Tupac isn't dead and he's actually in Serbia making a fast rap album. Tubaquack Junior B. Martin, that lad you lived with in America, have you ever kept in touch? That lad seems to have gone off in the deep end and was stalking a few celebs too. Oh yeah, hey. He sends me a lot of emails saying that he is like a Marvel character. He's the real life Doctor Strange, the real life Goku. And it's just a bit like he's clogging up my inbox. He's gone quiet at the moment, but apparently he is in a kind of a halfway house in Compton with a ankle bracelet, which is a real shame, man. It's I really fucking hope one day his disposition can lift So because he's a funny bastard and he's sound, man. RK met Colomini coming out of an art gallery toilet in Madrid. Said it's funny. I had to come to Madrid to meet an actor from Dublin. Shook his hand. It was wet. Colomini doesn't dry his hands. I hope it wasn't piss. Tommy Lyons, where's the position or the petition? Put the petition up in both the chat and the comments. Yeah, so someone put that up there in the link. Pronto. Right, look, lads, I will wish you all a very nice night and a great continuation for the rest of the week. This has been great crack. I've enjoyed it thoroughly. And yeah, look, if you got good mates and family members, man, tell them to get on this. It's good for them. It's good for me to talk to you. It's good for you as well to chat to each other. And I like the community here is good crack. What I will do as well is after this is done, I'm going to put up the Stings Digest, was basically this channel. I'm going to put it up into the chat groups. If any of you want to jump into that Discord, fucking hop in. And if any of you want to become a patron on the Hardy Books Patreon page, for 5 beans or more, you get into the private chat group on the Discord group there as well. And it's a bit of crack to be had there. But to all of you who've left comments and the thumbs up, I appreciate that. Thanks very much. To all of you who have kindly donated super chats, I appreciate that as well. And if you go to, if any of you want to leave a PayPal donation, one-time donation, that's on PayPal, Maloney's Digest. I can probably leave that in the comment section as well. It's funny. Do you ever listen to Tim Pool? He's a real fucking sit on the fence merchant. He's got some interesting points of view, but fuck me, that boy plays it safe. Must be hard when you're making so much. If I had that kind of money, I'd have my own studio with cunts coming in, man, going, oh, ho, 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 hey. And I'd be like, oh, do you know Joey Rogan, do you? Joe's got some fucking great pills, man. You take them and your biceps start flinching automatically. Nah, mate. All right, that was that anyway. Thanks very much, everyone. Have a lovely night. And if any of you haven't got onto the Hardy book yet, I suggest when you're going to bed or you're doing a bit of work or you're doing a boarding car journey, put that on. There's a playlist on the channel and it's good for the soul. It's good for the soul. Would you say Tim Pool lashes moths out of it with the hat on? He's bald underneath the hat, man. There's a video where someone steals the hat off him and he's like, why would you do that? Why? And I was like, fucking hell. Mikey J, Bumishment, coming to a town near you. All right, guys, take care. Lovely chatting to you. I'll end the stream. Right, good night and God bless. Look after yourselves and take care of one another. Much love to you all. Good luck and thanks very much.